All right. So, 17. And but this wasn't a called shot, was it?
It was.
Oh, to save his life?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're rolling like me. You're a genius and you still rolled crappy roll. Fortunately,
It's good enough.
it's time to suck out the poison. It's what I've been training for my entire dwarven life.
Dwarves are naturally immune to poison. He could just drink it down.
You gotta let it ferment in the wound first.
Now,
of course.
What you do is you put, well, no, I'm a metalsmith. You put gunpowder on the wound. Here.
That's cauterization. That's not poison.
Yeah, instantly cauterized.
All right. Well, Grast is he's spry for his age. Maybe he'll pull through, but he could use medical attention. Do any of you want to go outside and tell the sheriff what you've witnessed here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. He seems to have stopped, so it's fine.
Wait, yeah, no, you killed the spider, I thought.
No, he was still alive and hitting me on 0 health.
Oh.
Well,
I still would have been, I turned around and I swung at it with my 3d10 plus 1d6 and it's dead.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but we stopped to help a grass, so.
Sorry, I forgot there was a spider left.
I say it's the comedy movie where y'all just assume everything's fine. You turn around and this monster right in front of you.
Well, there are more spiders in here. These are only the ones that are big enough to attack you. There's lots of tiny spiders in here.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
There's even a spider eating the bandit right now.
Oh, is that one visible?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a different layer. My bad. We'll just ignore that. Oh, I must have accidentally moved it to the player level when I moved the map player level.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fine. I like the idea he runs into a spider and dies more. So I don't believe this was ever their lair at all. In fact, it appears to be home to some monstrously huge spiders, which I would like to never see again.
Well, to clarify, there was footprints in there, and then there was horse hoof prints. So,
and these big bundles here are dead horses.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm just clarifying it for your sake in character.
Yeah.
Unless you're intentionally giving me false information.
No, I'm telling you the truth and all the information.
Right. Well, what I mean to say is that they could have been using it as a base, not knowing about the spiders, and then the spiders got them.
It is possible. We could interrogate him again and ask. I'll go ahead and pull up the guy who is currently holding his knee again.
What do you mean if there's footprints and horse prints going inside? That means they walked in. They weren't dragged in.
What's the meaning of all this? Why are there so many spiders here? Are you trying to trick us?
What? Spiders? What are you talking about?
You tried to kill us, didn't you? That's
I told you true, and you guys have shot me in the leg.
I didn't tell you could go.
Lister, everyone was screaming in there. I thought you were all getting killed. And you just said there's spiders in there.
So you thought to run away?
I run away from giant spiders? Yeah, spiders are scary.
You didn't see anything. You didn't go in there. I can see exactly what you saw, and I couldn't see a thing.
Why is he saying there's spiders in there?
But is this truthful? Is this truly where your friends were hiding out?
This is you say shaking him. Well, why don't you let's see. What's the skill for intuiting if someone's lying to you?
I guess intuition.
I guess intuition. Well, no, actually not intuition, because you're trying to get him to spill freely with you. So I'm guessing this would, well, if you're grabbing it and shaking him, I guess that's gesturing.
All right, I'll roll gesturing. I'm going to make it cold. It works. Your friends are all dead.
Well, I guess the spiders must have moved in and killed them. I repent my wicked ways. He seems sincere when he says that. Like, what do you mean they're all dead from spiders?
You said that you would show us where the bandits' loot was.
This is it. It's in there. But
Where
you said it's
there?
full of spiders.
Where is it in there?
Well, I'm not going to go in there if it's full of spiders. I'm going to die.
You don't. Tell you what, you don't have to. Just tell us the general direction that it would have been, and we can confirm that quickly without.
You go in and turn left, and that's where all the stuff is.
Understood. I'm going to go tell the dwarf then.
Through the wall?
The wall doesn't block the whole side. That's an opening.
I can't tell. The giant spider is so fucking huge.
Yeah, you gotta crawl over the spider.
You have to crawl over this. Well, there wasn't a spider in there when I was here yesterday.
Hannah, why don't you go in and grab a grass? He could probably use some health. I'm going to go collect the dwarf.
Oh my god, Agras! You look terrible.
Hannah, hold the line. Don't go in there.
I gave her an order.
You're both deputies. You're literally the same rank. Don't go in there.
I can't let Agras die.
Well, dwarf, come back and drag Agras out here.
Alright, dwarf.
Oh my god, he looks terrible.
By the way, I'm not trying to be that stereotype human. Hey, dwarf. I just can't ever remember your name.
I remember nothing either, sir.
A dwarf's name is Axebeard or Axebeard.
Well, that's why I keep calling him Crazy Axe Guy. Crazy Axe Dwarf, because I don't remember your name, and it seems appropriate.
Hey, Beardy.
So are you going to go inside and turn to the left?
That is going to be my intention once at least one other person is with me.
Okay, I'm not going to bother drawing the map, but in this part, there is indeed bedrolls and places. There's 5 bedrolls. 3 of them have webbed up corpses in them.
All right, I will go over there and just confirm that. Yep, I have no idea who these are. These are definitely out of towners, and they probably have arms and armor.
You guys are highly skilled. Poking around the floor will reveal that one section of the floor is false.
Wow.
It is, instead of just being dirt and mud, it is dirt, mud, and web designed to be where you could, it has a tunnel that goes underneath it. It is a narrow chimney covered in sticky substance, almost as if it is a spider habitat.
They must have missed this then. And this is where they all came from.
It's easy to miss.
Even though it must have had a giant spider in it at some point.
I doubt they crawled down the tunnel.
Well, no, I'm saying that the giant spider must have come up somehow. So it has to be a pretty big trapdoor.
Well, what do you guys know about spider lore?
I have intelligence.
Let's see. It would either be analysis or math.
I guess analysis makes sense.
Well, you got a dwarf here with math.
Here is my attempt.
All right. Remember, if you want it to be called, you have to say that before you roll.
Right. I'm not calling it.
Okay. This appears to be like if you were a spider, you could climb inside this hole and then politely wait, and then come out and attack a bunch of people later.
Ah, yes. The spider's ambush worked perfectly.
Like some sort of
you are also a local. You're also a local innkeeper. People have referred to the woods being haunted.
I suppose this might be part of it. So, we do have bandits here. They probably have arms and armor to identify that they probably were bandits.
Oh,
we have all their horses in the other room, but what about all the silver?
There is loot here. There is indeed a barrel here. It's not webbed because it doesn't have any meat in it, so the spider did not care. But opening it, you will find various random baubles, steel goods, and that sort of thing. You distinctly do not find silver or coins. But
well,
you do find booty.
Yeah. And I guess then that would leave the other side of the cavern where there's a whole bunch of things webbed up.
That's where there's horses. The bandits apparently had horses.
Mm-hmm.
And we're keeping them here in this cave.
Yeah. Are there more spiders there that I'd have to deal with if I got closer?
If you go over there, there are spiders there ranging from silver dollar size to fist size. They cower away from your flame.
Ah, okay, perfect. So I guess I will kind of do a visual inspection and see, is this also where a bunch of shiny things may have been, or just where all the horses were kept?
We usually don't keep the booty next to the horses.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, just confirming it, of course. So I'll go ahead. I'll say, Dwarf, let's go ahead and take the barrel and roll it out.
But yeah, no, so the spider's been in here for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Quisling, of course, will get upset at this, going, what do you mean there was a spider in here the whole time?
It appears as if it finally sprung its trap and killed all of your friends. In fact, if your friend ran back here, he might actually be dead now.
Well, do you want to search the corpses to see if any of them has a wounded knee?
You know what? That's actually a perfectly good idea. I'm going to do that.
All right. Well, that would be spatial.
Okay. I will roll 3d10. I will call it. Critical.
Yes, there is indeed a guy here with an arrow in his knee.
He've had a terrible fate.
Yeah, apparently this cave that the bandits decided to set up in was full of monsters. Who knew?
Well then, Sheriff, we have some of the townsfolk's stolen loot. We confirmed that the local bandits are at least partially dead. And we stopped some spiders here too, which also would have been a terrible problem.
Yes. All great victories, but not the victory we sought.
This is very true.
So it says Quisling.
Alright, Quisling, you can go now.
Who can go now?
You can go now, Quisling.
Oh. He's kind of shocked by the news that he's suddenly free, but everyone I know is dead.
Yes, and you are hereby banished from the Providence. If I see you again.
Well,
death.
Even though you have given me my freedom, the fact that my brethren are dead, I feel that like the day's been a terrible day. I'm so angry that they put us up in this cave here instead of taking us to the real hideout.
Oh, so you've been deceived then?
I feel like I shrugged to the air. It's like, what's your game, Quisling?
Well, I'm going to call them out. Like, we were only put up here temporarily because they weren't going to tell us what the real hideout is because the real job hadn't started yet. I can't do anything for my dead comrades for their beyond help, but I can at least tell you that this was entirely part of a plan. We were supposed to go on a large raid against the town last night.
Last night, as in the night before.
Sorry, tomorrow night. I have my timeline up. Sorry, past, future, they all blur together to me.
Then I think we know what we need to do, Sheriff.
Yeah, like ask who's in charge of your gang.
The person who told us to come here was a older, louder gentleman. He was in disguise, but there was no way of hiding the fact that the man had a scar on his face and had lost an ear.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, the mayor?
No, the executioner.
Wait, is the executioner? I thought the mayor was missing an ear.
So you start describing the mayor to him. And he says, that sounds like the guy, yeah. He didn't mention name,
okay.
Deep, so I don't ask name.
So if I don't remember any executioner being described.
I thought that's what his title was. I guess I was mistaken. But
we
did meet the character.
Jonathan has a very weird view of the mayor. The mayor, the executioner.
We were hired by this man, and he paid us money in advance. And provided us with the horses.
Well, in before the sheriff was sleeping with the mayor's wife. It was a very roundabout revenge plot.
If you say this guy's the mayor, I've never met him.
The mayor does have a scar on his face, though? I don't remember that part.
No, the guy he describes as an older man missing. Yeah, he has a scar because he's missing an ear. This guy describes an older man missing a left ear. He describes the mayor.
Right, but he also described somebody who has a scar on their face. And that's what I'm asking.
The mayor also has a scar on his face because his ear's been chopped off, so it's a scar and he's missing an ear.
Mm-hmm. Then, Sheriff, I think I have an idea. We don't necessarily need to confront him directly about it, but if we start to confront him about the fact that there's going to be an attack and he's the mayor, then we can hold him to it and put him on the side he doesn't want to be on, and even suggest he fight in it.
Well, there's not going to be one now, says Quisling. Everybody's dead.
Right,
well, they still have the other group.
I would say that the thing to do is to inform him that we know about an incoming attack, and then put guards on him to make sure that he is. I'm going to air quotes here, but I'm not going to use my hands.
These guys
were
supposed to do it.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying that. Well, no, there would have been nobody to guard him because literally the town guard was created today by me. So to have him guarded, so that when he does try to make a break forward, if he does try to do something underhanded, we have eyes on him to prove that it's him. Because otherwise, this story could still be false. Because I don't think anybody intuited his story. Or it could be somebody else that's missing an ear.
I think at this point I believe him. He has nothing left except maybe the few friends still left in town over in the stocks.
Unless this is a very convincing series of coincidences or pre-planned objectives.
Can I go now, says Quisling?
I told you were free to go.
You're the one hanging around now. It's fine.
I got limp away because he shot me in the leg.
You're still banned.
I'm sure you'll do great against all the monsters in the wood.
Back to your stupid town.
Of course not. Upon pain of death.
All right.
Oh, I'm still dying.
So you are probably the best person out of the three of us to watch the mayor. I think that definitely falls to you, Sheriff.
I mean, it makes sense.
I will take the loot that we have here and make sure it is returned to people who have missing property, because I have a list of people who complained.
It is a heavy barrel, but I believe all three of you are enormous in the physical department.
Well, Hannah and Tyro can help him.
Exactly.
Also,
we got plenty of people to help.
Well, we got to carry Agras too.
Yup.
No, we have a mad dwarf who can do that.
It's not mad.
There's many different definitions of mad.
He's more frustrated than anything, really.
Yeah, who isn't frustrated?
Look at that dress.
Hey, if you're not mad, you're not paying attention. Okay, so you gather up all the crap and limp back to town.
Yep.
Okay. Man, I haven't. Sorry, I'm waxing nostalgic. I love this event. All right, so you limp back to town. Tomorrow, people should start arriving for the tourney. So why don't, before we move on to chapter 2, why don't we go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll be right back.
Same here.
Are you guys back yet?
Yep, still here.
Yep, hanging out.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Last time I looked, you guys weren't here.
Yeah.
Here,
I'll move the camera so it's clear. I'm here just relaxing.
Okay, so we're back. Wait, we're missing Arcaloid.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry this is a little rough. I forgot how much there is to this game.
Right, I figure you are simplifying down quite a lot here.
Oh my god. Well, because normally we're supposed to randomize our stats, and then of course there's gradations. One thing that fascinates me about this game is I've never seen a game with more aging rules in this game. As in, you have different age categories, and then they modify your stats. This is the only game I've ever seen where you could play a baby.
Kind of wish we had done that now.
Well, you have like minuses to everything, but
Still,
baby is one of the options.
I mean, that and the fact that we picked our roles. Baby sheriff.
No, my favorite is, I'm always complaining about like alignments that they have the alignment of lawful, neutral, and chaos, and the ethos of good, neutral, and evil.
Yeah.
So this game has the same one. It has law, chaos, and good and evil. Of course it does. But instead of having like a 3x3 table, it has a 7x7 table.
What other values could there be?
You could be like tending towards lawful and true neutral, or tending towards chaotic and slightly more evil than neutral. And each one of them gets a description. It gets a whole paragraph describing it. So like that fills up like, 15 pages of the book. Just describing that, hey, everybody, I'm kind of, but not really chaotic, and I'm slightly more neutral than good, but not evil. And it's like, who is this for?
I guess for people who want to be kind of, occasionally doing a thing, but then not actually.
Well,
basically massive amounts of exceptions, I guess.
I don't think it was for anyone. I think it was just like the usual logic you see in a lot of these games where, one rule is good, then, their game has 9 alignments, ours.
Gosh, I swear I almost remember something out of 2nd edition D&D where it's like, oh yeah, you could just be like slightly towards this or that as like gradients. I'm just like, I don't even remember if that's true because I read that like 20 years ago at this point.
Well, original D&D just had law, neutral, and chaos. It was advanced D&D that added good and evil because we had to have those clearly labeled. So,
yeah.
And it's been all downhill since then. No, it's just like I said, the age chart's fascinating to me because like you could have I don't think you can randomly roll being a baby, but I don't know if you would be, but it's hilarious.
Like you said, you'd be the Doogie Howser.
No, baby, like infant.
That's still fine. I mean, I played the quadriplegic in zombie games before, being a baby in a fantasy.
It's just right, but it's so ridiculous. Like, why would you? Why? Because the problem is because the stats are randomly generated, then you have penalties to your stats because you're a baby.
Yeah. But hey, look at it this way.
And strap into the fighter's shield, and then nobody wants to hit him anymore.
End up with a character with negatives and everything. They just can't even act.
And if I don't die, at the very least, I'll outlive you.
Well, that's the plan, because you're a baby.
Yeah. I got my whole future ahead of me. And look, you're going to get worse as you age. I'm only going to get better.
Only going to get better. I hope pretty soon.
This all assumes our characters will survive more than a week.
Hope to soon gain object permanence.
Can I get a fate die bonus because I'm a baby?
No, you don't get bonuses for shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, oh, this woman comes up to you. I go goo goo gaga. Do I get a fate point bonus for the social interaction? I am a baby.
This is for charming. I mean, the cons. I have yet to play a game where someone's just playing a baby. And since they're making a sequel to Boss Baby, at least I think there's more than one sequel to Boss Baby. Obviously, talking babies are a thing with people.
I think that's the only sequel to that movie, but there are other movies in existence.
I mean, there's Super Babies. There's a sequel to Super Babies.
Well, I mean, there's also Look Who's Talking. You're just talking about talking babies.
Why is this a trope?
So you'll carry Agrest, I guess, back to the Healers Guild, right? You're just gonna dump him on the street.
Yeah, he's in town. He can take care of himself. We got a libertarian economy here.
Dump him off with a
He can't get himself to a hospital.
Well, I mean, it's not our job to take care of everybody who's hurt. I mean, literally, it's not. This is I asked you what about the businesses, and you said Healers Guild was a business. You didn't say that they were a charity or government funded or anything of that sort.
I mean, that's one of the problems with these generic Middle Ages fantasies, because a guild is technically a trade organization,
right?
So if they call it the Healers Guild, I think they intend for it to be a business,
right? So either he can pay for it himself, or he can't.
I will be sure to take him to the Healers Guild, though, and make sure that he receives some sort of assistance.
Well, I also point out that he's an old man who wandered along of his own free will. Nobody forced him.
So when you dump him off the Healers Guild and they ask, who is this? And one of them says, oh my God, it's Agrast, one of the local colorful characters. You guys say, yeah, he just came along with us. We thought we'd dump him off here. His body appears to be filling with pots as we speak. It's a miracle he's still alive. Fortunately, we had a dwarf on hand who knew to treat someone with poison. Don't ask the details you don't want to know.
Look, if Jonathan wants to be the local charity case, knowing that doing this will probably have other people knocking on his door.
They gave me charity like an hour ago. I'm sure they could do it again.
Thanks,
I'm not even just saying Argus will do it again. I'm saying that anybody in town with a need that they think is on the level will now be coming to you.
Thanks, everyone, for coming to today's stream where I laughed hysterically at a poisoned old man.
Where we fully simulate the libertarian economy of our medieval feudal town.
The idea of an old man suffering as his internal organs paralyze and liquefy is to me.
There's a spider that will paralyze its prey, not by any kind of agent in its venom other than the extreme pain that it causes. So
he's just in extreme pain. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I have to stop laughing. My face hurts.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm feeling better. I was supposed to be running the game, not sitting here laughing hysterically.
So we are at least back in town. Sheriff, you say you're going to take care of the mayor. So that's good. Is there anything you want us to do while you're taking care of the mayor?
I guess you should be investigating leads, shouldn't you?
Well, it's also nighttime, and some of you have depleted your numbers.
It was nighttime when we left. It's still nighttime?
It's still night. We got to go back.
How far away did we go?
Sorry, I said nighttime, and some of you have depleted your numbers. I mean, as in you've lost fatigue, health, and stamina, and that only recovers when you sleep.
Mm-hmm. Right, so I'm going to go home, and I'm going to get some rest.
Yeah, I mean, pointedly, as I've said before, you guys are part-time deputies. You still have your own lives.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you guys will go home. Like Arcloy will Axe Cleft will go back to his business, and John goes back to the inn. Where of course the inn staff are going to ask, like, where have you been? You look terrible.
I've got to kill a giant spider. Let me tell you about that. Let's get some drinks together.
Oh my god. And
yep, there I was, completely alone.
What's the sheriff going to do?
First thing the sheriff thinks is, maybe I should have said something about not telling anybody. It's fine, they'll know. And then I head off to the mayor's house, because I'm still relatively fine.
Okay, well, the mayor's house is closed because it's dark.
For renovations. Oh no, it's right above the inn, isn't it?
Oh no, the mayor's house is actually in a different location. Because the his Drunken Rooster. There's more than one inn in town, and the Drunken Rooster is not the one he's next to.
No, not the good one. Okay. Anyway, I will knock loudly and attempt to rouse him from his slumber.
Okay. Well, eventually his assistant, the housekeeper, will come by because he's not that rich, but he would have a housekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's
And say,
rich
"Oh,
now. Now he's got all that silver.
Oh, it's the sheriff.
Yes, I need to speak with the mayor immediately. Please rouse him.
He'll take you inside, and he'll say, well, I'll try to rouse him, but he's a very deep sleeper.
Well, do your best. And then if you fail, do it again. And continue doing it until he rouses.
He looks at you funny. He says, I don't work for you.
No, but I can't arrest you for obstructing justice.
And the only person who can pardon me is asleep.
Yes.
Touche. Okay. So, yes, after some time, eventually, Eric will come out and say, it must be important. Have you finally caught all of the bandits and brought them to the sword?
I circle around to his right side to ensure that he can hear me. And I say, I have taken care of a number of the bandits, but I have dire news that requires urgent attention.
Okay, guys, excuse me for one moment.
Sure.
Okie doke.
So my one concern about this game so far is it seems exceedingly easy to succeed at every die roll.
Correct. Because we're doing multiple dice, there is the bell curve of it, and more probably than not, we'll end up in the center of that. And given that the way we've distributed our stats here instead of like the random way or whatever, we all have 3d10. On average, we will succeed every single thing we set out to do if we're looking for like a 13.
Oh,
well, sometimes there's contest. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes there's
the contest is where it gets tricky then.
But no, and also there's supposed to be a lot more gradations to this of pluses and minuses, which I didn't feel like messing with.
Right,
which is completely understandable.
I was just trying to fill the space while you were gone with conversation about the game.
But yes, you get to his good side and you start explaining to him the details. Do you tell him everything you experienced, or do you leave some details out?
Oh, I leave details out.
Okay, what are you going to tell him?
Well, I tell him that we interrogated a number of bandits. We uncovered their lair, and we uncovered their plot to assault the town.
Gasp!
I don't know how high is the moon in the sky right now.
It's a moonless night. Hard to say.
Also, does this planet have a moon?
It does, and it's a moonless night.
Only one of them?
Just the one. We're pretty sure it's only one. So there is that cult that believes that there's actually 6 moons, and they rotate on and off every 60 days.
Okay. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out if I should say this eve or tomorrow. So I don't know what time of day it is.
But it is a new moon night, or as we like to call it, the thieves' moon.
Right. Yeah, they were planning to assault next eve? Next sunset. Somewhere around evening the next time the sun sets.
Gasp! Shock and alarm! I see the trust that I and the Baron have put in you has been well founded.
Yes. That same trust is going to be how you survive that night. I'm going to keep my both eyes on you to ensure that no harm comes to you. Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. It's good that you're concerned about my welfare, but we should be more concerned about the welfare of the people.
I have people on that.
Well, but mostly the Baron and his lovely daughter.
I have people on that too. I have taken every variable into account, sir.
Well, thank you for waking me up in the middle of the night to tell me you're doing a job. I appreciate your diligence in these late hours. But if you'll excuse me, it's quite late.
Yes, sir. I will be standing outside your door if you need me.
Just kind of pauses and looks at you and says, "Yeah, you do that."
I will.
Do you want to make any rolls to read his reaction or convince him that you're on to something, or
no?
Is there what posture do you want to take here?
Neutral, if not super excited newcomer. I want to appear to be doing my job.
Doing his job.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you make a face roll for me?
In fact, if I could look like an imbecile, I'll probably aim for that.
I promised I would be nicer.
It doesn't matter to me. I am not calling this. Good thing I didn't.
Okay. You have a nice face. Okay, so yeah, so I guess you hang out his door all night?
Yep. Unless I
All
hear
right,
him leaving, in which case I follow.
All right, I'm going to need a fitness roll to avoid falling asleep.
I don't see any reason to call this, so I won't. Good thing I didn't.
Okay. So you feel a little tired. And let's see. Okay, so you don't fall asleep. So the next thing I want you to do is you want to make a blatant display of being here, or do you want to catch somebody doing something suspicious?
I mean, I don't think I'm just gonna be blatant. I'm just gonna be there. Like, if he like pokes his head out to see if I'm still there or something like that. Hey, how's it doing? Do you need something? That sort of thing. But otherwise, I'm just standing there quietly.
Okay, well, yeah, you'll actually at one point the third story window will open up, but somebody just empties out a pot of night soil. It's probably him. But the night passes, and
Well,
you
I mean,
wake up.
when you say night soul, you mean he takes a shit into a thing and he dumps it out?
Yes, but I was trying to be more discreet about it.
Well, I'm not a noble, so I don't give a shit. Unlike him.
He gave one, but
So, yeah, well, we're all fans of the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, greatest game ever, because they would mention like, and then we dodge the pots of night soil in the morning.
And then your refreshing could be the guy who just has the poop cart.
So, but nobody leaves.
Yeah, I mean, not unless he is passing notes in his own waste.
Do you search? I love the pause after I ask if you search.
Well, because I have to consider. I mean,
I love gamers so much.
well, I mean, consider you're the mayor, you're trapped in, and what are you gonna do, right? What's the one way you think you can get past a note without anybody going through your own shit?
Could be a ruse.
It could be.
The answer is if he is concealing it, it is beyond casual investigation.
Right, and I don't think so. Because I think that it could also be, as I've already described in the cave, I'm overthinking everything. So literally, it could also be he wants me to go out there to investigate, so then he could slip by when I'm not at the door anymore. I will stay where I'm at.
Okay. The night passes and the next day dawns. Everyone apparently wakes up to see it.
Well, statistically, some people don't.
Not today.
I love statistically. Welcome to the ray of sunshine that is the Ractus Cast.
All right. So, brand new day. Tournaments starting to come in. Bunch of people probably looking for beer. So, great day for the tavern.
Well, and also, yeah, it's a tavern. So, well, people shouldn't be drinking this early in the morning. It's time to start the peas porridge.
Yep. Got to get the food right. People are going to come in any moment.
All right. So,
This is a town with dwarves in it. People are probably drinking this early.
Also, at the tavern, people start arriving because not only are there tourists and hangers-on, but the tourney is actually going to start in the next 3 days.
All right.
And so people start showing up from all sorts of other different baronies. None of you are blooded nobles, so doing a play-by-play of who all these people are isn't that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, everyone goes about their business. You run your tavern. Axcleft runs the sword business. What is the sheriff doing?
I'm still keeping constant tabs on... wait, how many days?
Oh, well, it's the next day.
Right. So I'm still keeping constant tab on the mayor, Eric.
I'm sorry?
So I'm still keeping constant tabs on Eric.
So you're shadowing the mayor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because whatever's supposed to go down is supposed to go down tonight.
Right. So, well, the people who are doing their jobs, you guys do a reasonable. I'm not going to make you roll for your jobs. dude, we're doing stuff on the internet.
Well, I mean, arguably, I am doing my job.
Right. Well, I mean, sorry, the civilians. So, let's see. What skill would be best for keeping tabs on the mayor? I suppose...
I'm not hiding. I'm literally, like, walking next to him, that sort of stuff.
Well, but if you don't want to lose him, then I would suggest you might want to make a roll of intelligence analysis. I mean,
I'm walking next to him. I don't know how he's going to juke me.
You can't always be next to him because he'll tell you, like, I need you. I am your superior. I need you to go to the tourney grounds and make sure it's safe and personally inspect it. Well, I go ahead and take care of other duties. The entire purpose of me hiring you as a Reeve is so you could do things I'm not.
In which case, then I would call upon one of my deputies to keep track of him while I'm off, and then have them call another deputy in if he tries to send somebody away. He's going to be under constant surveillance.
Okay. So is that going to be... so I guess either Tyro or Hannah, since you think they're probably your two most loyal people.
It starts with them, and it goes down the chain from there.
Okay. You'll go ahead and order them to do that. I guess ordering other people to do stuff would be...
Dexterity command.
Possibly that, but I'm thinking I guess it would just be fate. Well, so let's do voice, since you're a superior.
Alright, there's going to be another one that I'm not going to call for a cold win.
Right.
Well, good thing I didn't.
Okay, so yeah, you tell them to do that. Yeah, you'll go ahead and check the Palisades. The different people show up with their pageantry to show up. Business goes up at the tavern, so coin passes hand over fist. It's extremely busy as strangers show up at the tavern. John, what skills do you have useful running a tavern?
For running a tavern, well, I mean, I'm a good friendly face for people to come to. I can probably give people instructions. I understand my business. There's a lot of different angles we could go here with.
Well, I would suggest we could go ahead and make a drive roll as you work hard and control. That'd be wisdom drive, unless you want to suggest something else.
That sounds perfect for me.
All right.
Bam, 13, still a win.
Excellent. Everybody's doing good business. And of course, down at the Bladesmith, there are lots of people who need to get their knives sharpened, swords. Some of the screws that go into armor often get poorly threaded, so they have to be rethreaded. So business gets crazy over at Axcleft's place. Axcleft, I guess you should also make a drive to run your business.
All right. Wisdom and drive.
Yep.
I can spend a stamina on this to roll better.
Usually we do that on combat rolls, but your job is physical. So if you want to spend a stamina, but normally, I'm just asking you to make a roll, see if anything bad happens to you today, or how well your job is going. So far, everyone's just been jobbing today.
I feel like the signal that Arcloid is saying he's not good at his job. Ooh, proven.
Arcloid, yeah, Axcleft, you are overwhelmed by the amount of business that happens today. And I think you would actually have an outbreak of, are you a temperamental person? Are you an angry person or a stoic person or something?
All dwarves are temperamental. Just play Dwarf Fortress and you would know.
Yeah. Does that mean you go crazy and try to build a bed out of turtle bones?
Yes. And it spikes with spider silk.
Spikes of spider silk. Oh, crap. Gonna make me fire up Dwarf Fortress after all this. All right. So you lose your temper and, people are going to go ahead and give you bad reviews on Yelp or whatever passes for that in the Middle Ages.
Oh, shit. They're going to diss me in front of all the criers.
I can't believe the Drunken Rooster recommended this place. And you yell at your assistant. But this is hilarious. Sorry, I know things you guys don't. So
I hope so. You're the GM.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took care of the bandit problem as far as we know. So everything's good now.
Well, and
also
reported to the mayor.
Yeah. Well, while this is going on, the sheriff, you're making your rounds as attorney. Who should show up but Lord Telbaran in his fancy outfit?
Ah, Lord Telebrand. Are you?
Hello. Yes, you're the new sheriff, Alexander.
Are you patronizing somebody here, or?
Well, I'm a rich person, and we're basically, since it's the Middle Ages, we use a lot of faux Italian and Roman dialogue. So patronizing is a lot of what I do. I have money.
It's funny how we've all agreed to call it the Middle Ages, isn't it?
Yeah, what is in the middle of, anyway? What are we waiting for?
I don't know. Can't wait for the High Ages?
Well, the High Ages. Just imagine.
Yes.
Well, I want to commend you on doing such a fantastic job after your superior had to leave the position in disgrace.
Thank you.
I think you know how things work here, to keep Harkwood Town running smoothly.
Right. I
So
hold
I
out
want-
my hand expectantly.
Are you actually expecting a bribe?
Well, I assume that's what's happening, so yeah.
Well, I can see that you're a man and quick to the point. I'm hoping that you can be trusted.
I mean, it depends on how much trust is given.
A fair amount of trust, and he will cross your palm with silver.
Does it seem like a respectable amount of silver?
Why, yes, it's 20 pieces.
Right, but I mean, given that I don't know how much is a lot in this setting.
That's more money than you've ever seen in your life.
Right, so I probably like slip it into like an inner shirt pocket or something like that. And say, yes, it is a fine day today, is it not?
Very fun. I hope we've come to an understanding.
As much as one as two people can have.
Yes, your previous, the person who held your position previously didn't quite understand how things work around here.
Understood.
All right, so with that, you'll have to excuse me. I have a lot of work to do before the turning.
Best of luck to you.
And he'll wander off.
Oh, wait, sir, before you leave. No, I'm not about to just one more thing.
I know.
It occurred to me. No, just...
You'll have to excuse me. I'm very busy.
No, yes, I forgot for a moment. Are you actually patronizing somebody?
I work with many people. I have large businesses. What of it?
No, the tournament. Are you patronizing one of the tournament goers? You are a noble,
no.
are you not?
I'm afraid I don't have any champions in this tournament.
Okay, sorry, I thought I'd ask.
Sorry, I forgot all this little pageantry. It's your quaint customs here in Harkwood Town.
You're literally on the tournament grounds right now.
It's fascinating to see. I'm somewhat apart from them.
Understood. Have a good day.
All right, so I've got 20 pieces of silver.
Just one more thing. No. Yeah. So
What do you do with this newfound gain of money?
I mean, I don't know what the value of money is, so that's my problem.
20 pieces of... Well, you normally someone would get paid about 10 coppers a day. This is literally like I would say about maybe $10,000.
Yeah, no.
You got paid for the year.
No, I'm saying I'm probably just gonna sit on it. I'm gonna take the Goodfellas mantra here of, I just got paid a lot of illegal money. I'm not gonna spend it.
All right, so where do you put it?
Just keep it on me for right now.
All right.
The most defensible place for me to hold it is on me. Because if somebody tries to get it from me, I'm the best person I know who to fight off.
Okay. Just walking around with bribe money.
Yeah. Well, I'm also the sheriff. Right now, I'm beyond reproach.
Well, the day sets up and pageantry starts, and people announce the first day. The Baron Fenmark will come from the castle, which is not here in town, and with his daughter, but not his wife, who, like I said, perished.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said she died of Disney mom disease.
Oh, right. I forgot who that was that did that. Sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't say in the book what she died from, but I'm just assuming she's just conveniently absent.
Well, I just remember you said somebody died of that. I didn't realize it was the Baron's wife.
Yeah, it was tragic. It's tragic in a non-specific way that allows us to assist the storyline. And I assume that you folks who are businessmen continue doing your businesses, and yeah, they'll trot out all the different nights, of which I have a huge roster for, but we're not doing any of that. So apparently the night falls.
I'll pick them back up.
Yep. Night falls, and yeah.
While that's going on, while it starts to get dark at night, Hannah is going to seek out the sheriff.
Okay. Who is, I assume...
Hannah's one of the two one of your...
Yeah, no. I was trying to remember the other guy's name. Troy, was it? I assume
Tyro.
Say again?
Tyro.
I assume Tyro is now watching the mayor?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it, sir. I'm a little nervous. Eric came by to supervise there's been a watch schedule posted. And I don't think you posted this. I think Eric posted this, but I think this is completely inadequate to be watching all of the gates. There's only so many people doing so many circuits.
Wait.
I know I've been doing this for 2 days, but I don't think this is going to be able to watch.
Who was watching him when Eric posted this?
Oh, it might have slipped my attention, sir. I'm not very good at this militia job.
Literally, he had to have written it at some point, and some point he should have been watching.
Well, yeah, but
should have posted it at some point, and somebody should have been watching him.
I'm sorry, sir. There's all kinds of things going on. I didn't see who actually posted this, and anyone I talked to didn't actually see who posted it. We're not very good at, like you get the impression from talking to Hannah, these guys aren't very good at their jobs.
Well, who's watching Eric right now?
Tyro.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you if you thought the schedule was adequate. It really doesn't look like the kind of thing you would post.
And I'm going to look over, and how mismanaged does it appear to be?
Why don't you make a roll of math?
All right, another one that I'm not going to call.
Died of a broken heart.
Failed.
Not even in the bargaining territory. So that looks fine. You might want to get somebody smarter to look at it. Do you know anyone smarter than you?
Well, the problem here is that we're falling into nightfall. So, I mean, how far away do I think the Mad Dwarf is?
Oh, the town's not that big. You could go to either.
There's 1,000 people here. It's kind of big.